Hello everyone, welcome to Get 100 Marks. In today's class, we are going to discuss about web auctions. What is web auction? A web auction is when a consumer or business lists an item or service on the internet for sale to the public. When a consumer wants a product and say it is being displayed in the internet by a seller on a bidding basis, that is what we call it as web auction. The auction includes a starting price and allows bidding by consumers who are interested in purchasing the merchandise. Coming to different types of web auctions, to start off with, let's discuss about absolute auction. In an absolute auction, there is no minimum bid. The property is sold to the highest bidder regardless of the price. The bidder or the seller will have an open forum where they will not disclose any starting price or a minimum price. The bidding is led to the uh, buyers. They will bid on their own, and the price is determined on the basis of the highest bid, whichever they are getting on that particular day. Since a sale is guaranteed, buyer excitement and participation are high and hence generates maximum response from the marketplace. The advantage of absolute auction is that it attracts more buyers because they know the property is going to sell. Generally, absolute auctions will happen for products which are in high demand of, and the bidder and the seller might know that this product has so much of demand. So only those kind of products will come under absolute auction. Though absolute auction has a disadvantage, this provides no safety net for the seller, which makes it difficult to recommend to sellers' clients in some situations. Sometimes the seller may end up with very minimal price which he or she might not have expected, which is less below the expectation what they might have had in the beginning of the bidding. The next type is minimum bid auction. Unlike the previous auction type, in this, the lowest acceptable price is predetermined by the seller and the auction firm. The minimum price is then stated on all the marketing materials, which is circulated among the buyers. The auctioneer will accept bids at or above a published minimum price. The auction lets buyers know what the minimum price the seller is willing to take for the property, and it will still create a safety net for the seller, unlike an absolute auction. So here, the seller has a safety net as they have already predetermined minimum price for the product which they are going to sell in the bid. Even minimum bid auction has an advantage. Sometimes the inexperienced agent and a demanding seller may set the minimum bid too high and buyers will not be willing to bid. Sometimes the disclosed price is say is far above the minimum standard or a minimum price for a product or an actual price for a product. Most of the buyers will not be willing to come for a bid. That will turn out to be an failure bidding auction. The next type is reserve auction, an auction which is subject to confirmation. This predetermined price is not published or disclosed to the public. In this type of auction also, the minimum price is predetermined by the auctioneer and the seller, but it is not disclosed to the buyers. This auction provides a safety net for the seller while still giving the buyer the knowledge of what price the seller is willing to let the property be sold. This has a unique feature. In this type of auction, a seller can decide on the bid or decide on the acceptance of the bid right away during when the auction is happening, or he can take time to decide on which bidder he is going to offer the bid based on the ascending listing of the bidding, and the highest bid will be selected. For this, he or she can take 72 hours to decide upon. Many prospective buyers do not want to take the time or go to the expense of investigating the property when there is no guarantee that they will receive the property even if their bid is the high bid. See, as a bidder, I might feel like I have given the highest bid, but if, say, the seller or bidder is taking 72 hours to decide, I may be in a dilemma that have I quoted a highest bid for the product. So this is making a little bit of a hesitation in the minds of the bidders to go for a reserve type of an auction. Next is a sealed bid auction, which is a very commonly used auction type. All bids are confidential. Usually they are submitted to the agent and opened at the predetermined time and place. The advantage of this kind of bid is that you have a buyer with a very strong personality or a presence in an area, and other buyers don't want to publicly compete with him or her, they can do so. The disadvantage is that by doing everything confidentially, some buyers may question whether there really were other competing bids. See, as a buyer, say who has sent the sealed bid, I might always be ending up with an conclusion that are they considering my bid at least for an comparison. So this is pretty common with respect to sealed bid. You also lose the excitement created at a public outcry auction that often times will cause competing bidders to pay more than they thought they would go for a property. See, this loses the spirit of competitiveness, and this loses the spirit of the marketplace where people start outcrying for their prices to own the product. What happens when there is an outcry, when open bid is happening, people get excited, and sometimes you may not sometimes many a times you end up selling the product then more than the price what you have expected or what is the real worth of a product itself. This may not happen with respect to sealed bid. And the last auction type is a multi-parcel auction. This type of auction works well for large parcels that need to be offered in small parcels to attract the most buyers. Here, when you have, say, big amount of a product that has to be sold and you may not able to do it at one shot, so you can divide the products into smaller groups or smaller combinations and you can sell this product. It allows the bidders to bid on one parcel or any combination of parcel. The disadvantage is that when one particular buyer wants to buy the whole lot, he has to wait until all the single bidders start bidding. They finish their bidding. It also requires very knowledgeable staffs to keep track of bids and help potential buyers submit bids that keep them in winning position. Thank